Our next topic is layouts. If we speak about layouts, layout is the architecture for the user interface in an activity. It holds all the elements that appear to the user. We can declare our layouts in two ways: by declaring UI elements in XML or by creating UI elements programmatically. We have following layouts in Android: linear layout, relative layout, frame layout, tab layout, and table layout. So let's see a real-time program for it to understand linear layout better. Here is our linear layout program. You will see a bunch of buttons like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and edit text box. So I have presented two views in this program, that's hello linear layout.java. We have just a switch case in which I have defined two ways. First is by using XML layout, and second is by using code. So if we speak about XML layout, you can see that we have a main.xml file here inside content view. So we have defined a linear layout, and we have defined an orientation as vertical. What does it mean? That the components will be arranged in vertical format. Then we have a component called layout width and height, defined as fill parent. Under this linear layout, we have one more linear layout to define the components as in horizontal way. We have given a top margin as 20 pixels. Under this, we have an edit text box. So the edit text box which you have seen in the program. So the edit text box, with the help of edit text box, you can type a text. So like you can type any text here. So you can see that we have a ID called Android ID. The idea of this ID is to call the edit text box in your program. Then we have some parameters like layout width and height. You can see that in height we have defined wrap underscore content, because we are defining a limited amount of space for edit text box. Then we have text color and layout weight. After this, we have a second linear layout component in which we are defining a buttons. So you can see a series of buttons in the program. So we have first button, and then in this button we have defined a string. You can see in the string.xml we have defined strings for all the buttons. You can see that we have defined strings for all the buttons as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are arranging a layout weight property to arrange buttons in a uniform manner, and a text color as black. Then we have another layout. Then we have another layout. So after this, in typical manner, we define another buttons. Now what we are doing, that we are calling a button 1 by using a find view by ID method in the program. So what find view by ID does, it calls a button from your XML layout in the program by using the ID which we defined in your main.xml. You can see that this ID as B1. So using this ID, we call this program, call this component in the program. We also call edit text box. So what we are doing here, that on clicking the button 1, we are setting the edit text box as string r.string as B1. What does it mean? That if you click, so you can see that if we click in the button 1, so 1 appears here. So the idea is to, now on clicking of button, we can just view text on edit text box. We have done same thing by using a class called hello linear code. So you can see here we have just defined the linear layout classes, buttons, edit text, and a reference to hello linear layout.java. We are just defining the methods here, setting the layout parameters, then setting the orientation, then creating edit text box. We have a layout parameters class, then we are setting the margins and adding the container to our main linear layout. Similarly, we are doing for other containers. And at the end, we are adding it to a parent container. You can see here that we add all the containers in the parent container. And if I run this program also, so you will get the same output. You can see it's installing the APK file. So the idea of this program is to display the functionality of hello linear layout. And now it's starting the activity. So you can see the same type of output again happens, again appear. So that's all about hello linear layout. Our next example is frame layout. Now frame layout is, now we can use frame layout to display image in frames or some textual content in frames. So just showing you an output over this. You can see a burning candle in this output. So what we have done, that we have just defined and call an image view and call the image view using a find view by ID. We define this frame layout again in our layout file in main.xml. So we just define a frame layout and then we define an image view in which you can see that we have a source image 8. So we have this image file here, image8.jpg, and then we define a text view, the burning candle, in which we define some text colors and size and styles. On clicking the image, you can see a toast. Basically, toast is an alert in Android, so which we can display for 3 or 4 seconds. So that's about that's all about Hello Frame layout. Our next example is a complex one, Hello Relative Layout. Relative layout is one of the major layout structure in Android. I have two type of codes here, and I will also show you that how to create an efficient relative layout in this program. So first we will call this main.xml in this we will first call signin.xml. So let's see what the output. So you can see that in this relative layout we have also used a table layout. So what we are doing here, that we have a relative layout in which we define a background component. With the help of relative layout you can arrange components relative to each other, and that's what we are doing here by using a relative layout component. So what we have done, that we have done a first relative layout component, then we show a second relative layout component in which we define an ID, and in that we define some width, height, some margins, and we place it below to the parent component. Then we define a text view. So you can see that's the output. It's a user authentication screen in which you can enter username and password and press a submit button. So we have just defined a text view, and then we are using a table layout to create a structure. So in this table layout we have each table layout is used to arrange components in a table based structure. So in table layout we have table rows. So in our first table row we have a text view and edit text. So in text view we have a username and this edit text box. Similarly, for a second table row we have a password and edit text box. Then we define a relative layout to show this checkbox, and then we have a button in another relative layout. Now if we speak about this program, you will see that there are a lot of relative layouts. What happens that developers create a lot of layouts, and it affects the performance of the program. The same program we can create via this also. We are using a new XML file called main.xml now, and we will display the same output, and I will show you that how to create the same program with less layouts and in more efficient way. You can see in previous program we have 4 relative layouts and 1 table layout, but now we are using only 2 relative layouts. So we have a parent relative layout in which we are defining the background, and then we have a child relative layout in which we are defining a text, 2 text views with your sign in and username, then edit text box, then again text view, and then we have an edit text box below the text view, and a checkbox, and then a button. So what we are doing here, that in relative layout we have property called layout underscore below. With the help of this property we are arranging components one below each other, and you can see the output is same. So what I recommend, that search for ways in which you can create less layout components, and it will improve the performance of your program. we will see more in efficient user interface. So that's all about relative layout. Our next program is Hero List View.